Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today, just a quick little video to kind of show my Christmas haul. It's very unusual for me to get metaphysical types of gifts. It depends, but I'll tell you, I've never, up until now, received a tarot deck from anyone. So if you're ever wondering, do I need to be gifted my first tarot deck? Absolutely not. So, so this year is the first year. So I'm super excited. So let me get right in and show you first this beautiful, beautiful box. So this was given to me by my daughter's boyfriend. So hi, AJ. Love this so much, and it's huge, which is perfect because it fits my Cthulhu Dark Arts Tarot beautifully. And this is a huge, I'll just pull some out. It's a huge deck. It's huge, right? And I mean, how perfect, right? So I was very excited to see that, that they fit in the box. And I actually have room. I gotta figure out what else I want to put in there. So I will probably end up putting some sort of reading cloth and maybe some crystals, incense. But I absolutely love it. It's really beautiful, really thoughtful, and very, very sweet. So, love that. Now, next, my daughter, actually, she asked me, what I wanted for Christmas. And so I did send her a list of some decks that, have been on my list for a little while. Like my Amazon list. So, one of the ones that she chose was Moon Magic, Deep Moon Messages by Stacy DeMarco. And I love this. So cute and little. Now, I'm not doing full flip throughs of anything, but if you want that, or if you want a deep dive, full walkthrough, whatever, just let me know in the comments. And I'm happy to do that. But look how beautiful. So these are all the different cycles of the moon. And then on the backs, we have these messages. And, it's basically like affirmations, right? I will persist. My will is strong. And it does tell you the stage, which I love. So this is waxing gibbous 4. So, but the other thing, and the way I plan on using these is, you can kind of go through and shuffle, pick one that either stands out to you visually, or you just, maybe it's that one that pops out. And then when you look at the back, so here it says, I gather more wisdom each day. So to me, once I read that, I ask myself, is that true? And if the answer is no, well, how can I make it more true? And so then I would use this as the basis for a tarot spread, an oracle spread, both, whatever, with the idea of kind of building upon it. So, or like this one, so pretty. Oh, we already did that one. Let's do this one, Leo. I am courageous and powerful. So again, I would use that as a core. Do I feel courageous? Do I feel powerful? Maybe I feel courageous, but I'm not feeling very powerful right now. What can I do to enhance or increase that power? And that's what I'm going to do the spread on. So I really like this deck. I think it's super fabulous. I love the size. I love the way it feels, the way it shuffles. It's just fabulous. So yeah, super excited. Then this deck, it's so pretty. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle, and it's by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. And again, this is one that, was on that list that I sent. It is such a pretty deck. It is such a pretty deck. So these are, oh, I should show you. Look how pretty that is, though. It's so nice. I love these backs. They're absolutely beautiful. I love the card slot. This is a Hay House deck, and I feel like it's kind of like a pretty standard Hay House cardstock, which I like. It's so pretty. So pretty. And we have titles. Sometimes they're like keywords, sometimes they're more like titles, but then we have keywords beneath them. And I just really love this deck. It's just so beautiful and it's a very kind of relaxing, indulgent feel with this deck, and I am here for that for sure. Look at and it's got a pretty good sized guidebook, and it gives you page and a half, 2 pages per card, roughly. And it does, I should say, it does give you an affirmation for each card. So if you're interested in that, yeah. But I am loving this deck. It's just so nice. Yeah. So, again, that was another one that was on my list. But then my daughter went off list. And she did such a good job. So I should say that my daughter and I have spent countless hours playing Skyrim. So when she saw this deck, and she was pretty sure I didn't have it, and she got it for me. So now this is an Insight Editions deck, which you may be familiar with them. And there can often be some issues with their decks. Love the Insight. But I will tell you, this one, well, first of all, it's a gift from my daughter. And it was a gift that she kind of came up with on her own, and it's based in that wonderful time that we spent together. So it's got a super soft spot in my heart anyway. And Skyrim is my favorite game. Like, all the Elder Scrolls games are just super fabulous. But also because, my daughter and I, when she was little, for Oblivion, she would just go and, like, steal a horse and run around and collect enemies after her. And then she'd pause it and say, "Oh, kill him for me." So that's how we played when she was little, But anyway, I really like this deck. There are pip decks. I don't mind the pips in this deck. I do wish that the artwork was like the artwork in Oblivion, and it's really not. So that's unfortunate. But there's enough in it. Like, I feel like a lot of these cards could be from anything, right? But there are some that, like the Magician's one, that speaks more strongly. Definitely. Oh my God, what's his name? Oh, I love him too. I never kill him. Never kill him. And I can't think of Cicero. Love Cicero. So definitely doesn't look the way he looks in Skyrim, but you totally get that vibe. So yeah, I think that if you enjoy Skyrim, you'll probably enjoy this deck. And I think if you know nothing about Skyrim, you could enjoy it just for being like a fantasy type of deck. But for me, it's just very special. So I'm super, super happy to have this. And yeah, my daughter did a fabulous job. That's all I'm saying. And I gotta show you one more thing, which isn't tarot, but it's, you know, more metaphysical, I guess. Which is, she got me this, which is that, oh God, what's it called? Organite. And so this one is for helping your immune system and something else. But the thing that was really special to me is that my immune system's like insane. And the fact that she kind of thought of that and thought of this, and it was, you know, it was special. So, all right. Now, I did pick up some decks for myself, but they were from a gift card I got from someone. So I chose to use most of it on decks. Not 100%, but anyway. So the first deck is the Tea Leaf Fortune Cards, and it's by Ray Hepburn, illustrated by Shauna Alexander. Now I already, it's out of the box because the box has to go. But this deck has been in my cart for literally years. And I recently saw someone's video, and I am so sorry. I tried really hard to look because I know I commented on it. I couldn't find it. So if that was your video, you know, speak up in the comments. Let me know. I'm so sorry I can't remember. I think it was somebody's top 10 mass markets, but I could be wrong. But so that awakened or reawakened my desire for this deck. So basically, you have, I guess, 3 types of cards. So you get months of the year cards. And the cards they're nice. They're not like super sturdy cardstock, but they don't need to be. But they feel nice. Then you get Astral House cards. Right. And then you get like your kind of standard divinatory type cards. And it gives what it is. And then it gives you keywords or like a meaning. I'm looking for one that's, yeah. So like, yeah, feeling tied down or frustrated. So, and let me show you really quickly, because the guidebook is so nice. It's pretty good sized. And one of the really cool things about the guidebook is it gives you, descriptions. It gives you information about reading with traditional tea leaves, which I think is super fabulous. So I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to, and I'm really, really looking forward to using this. And one of the other cool things about this deck, I'm not gonna take them all out, but so years ago I saw a video, I'm pretty sure with the creator, who was talking about how to use it. And, you know, she was saying you kind of swirl it, you know, like that tea in the cup. And it's such a fabulous experience. Can I say, if you tend to be kinesthetic, if you're really into how things feel, and this could be a great deck for you. I love it. I find it very meditative, and just, it's a really nice, enjoyable process. The other thing that you can do, and of course, you could always shuffle. You know, you could always just kind of overhand. I wouldn't ruffle shuffle, but you can absolutely overhand. But the other thing is, like, especially if you have limited space, you can actually just sort of keep them in here and swirl them around in the bag. So you could do it that way. You can even kind of close it up. Oh, it does come with this bag, by the way. And just kind of move them around within the bag. So it's just a really nice experience with this. So I'm so happy I got that deck. And thank you so much to that person. Oh, I left one. Who included this on their video. And I'm so sorry. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if you see this. So then I also ordered Mansion 1 Oracle deck. And this is a Prime Muse deck. And they're just fabulous quality. They really do such a nice job. Look at the... And this deck, now of course I'm not doing full walkthroughs of any of these decks, but if you want me to, or if you want me to do a deep dive, just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do that. So this deck, I should tell you, the author is Kyung A Ko, director is Su Huan Ko, translation is by Ju Huan Zhang. I apologize. I know I'm not getting that right. This deck is super pretty. Like, I can't even... It came with the edges purple like that. The backs. Alright, this is not doing them justice. I can tell you right now, they are gorgeous. They have this very metallic-y sheen. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Now this deck, it does come with a guidebook, which is half in English. So for me, because I have already started using these, because they're Christmas gifts. So I have opened them and started using them. I go with the meanings that I pull from these cards, not really what's in the guidebook. Some of the guidebook, so I have looked at the guidebook. And some of them are great because they talk about where the depiction comes from and things like that. But in terms of divination, it just tends to go off in weird places sometimes, and it could be a translation thing. I don't know. But I love this deck. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And to me, I don't feel the need for a guidebook. Again, I do look at it, but I look at it after I do my reading because it's more for, let me learn the history or more about, that type of thing. As opposed to, let me see what this means. It's just beautiful. I love this so much. Yeah, so this is one. I think the first reading I did with this came up. And this is a good example to show you. I'm going to tell you. So this is the Bachelor Ghost, right? So for the guidebook, it says, Bachelor Ghost is a ghost who has a grudge against unmarried women. Well, I am unmarried. Because he has not been married. He appears at night when the woman sleeps. It is said that because he is a ghost who has not been able to date or marry, he's basically an incel. It is hard to communicate with him. Also, he is obsessed with his unrequited love and does not ascend to heaven. He just hangs around the woman he loved. And then it's his keyword. It's really just more of a divinatory explanation, I guess. We have unrequited love or emotion. Even though it is not your responsibility, there are wheels within wheels. A secret pain. The problem can be solved in a much easier way than you think, but you cannot find it out. Finding the cause will take longer or forever. Your physical and mental health will become worsened. So, I mean, you take it as you will. For me, it definitely didn't match up with where I was going, and it wasn't like I just don't like that meaning. It just didn't fit at all. And yeah, I take what I will from the cards, as we all should. So I appreciate the guidebook though, and I definitely will use it, but just not for the actual readings. But I mean, look at how lovely. I mean, it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. So I'm super happy to get this. Love Prime Muse. And I love that, it's, I guess this is mass market, right? Is it? I don't even know. See, sometimes I don't know with these decks. I think Prime Muse is like the publisher. So I would say it's like a small mass market, maybe. So it's a little more expensive than kind of your standard deck, I would say, but the quality's there. And I feel like they bring decks to they give kind of easy access to decks that I think otherwise would be harder and more expensive to get. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so now the next deck I got is the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards by Michelle A. Matvzas. I'm so sorry. I love this little box. It is so cute. It's a fabulous size. Love it. And is this? Oh, this is a Schiffer deck. Okay. So it does come a nice little guidebook. Now, the backs, at first glance, you might think are the fronts, just sort of because we have that image and we have words. Well, the words, of course, are the title of the deck. I don't mind that. A lot of times I might, and I know a lot of people do. I don't. I really like the backs. I gotta tell you, I don't mind them at all. I quite like them. It took me a minute because I kept thinking that was the front, but I like them. Love the gilding. And I love the cards. I think these are, they just speak to me. You know, sometimes it's just like, that instant connection. That's how I feel with this deck. It just speaks to that deeper part of me that, love it. And this is another one that's been on my list for a while. And I was kind of unsure how I would really kind of vibe with the deck once I got it. Love it. I love it so much. And it's just like that. It's like you meet somebody and it's like you already know them. There's not that getting to know each other period. It's just like you just click right away. That's how it was with this deck. I just love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful deck, I think. And the guidebook gives you, it's nice, it gives you, I don't think I've ever used it. I mean, I've only had this deck for a little while, but I don't think I even opened this, honestly. But we do have the full color image, and about a page, maybe a little more, for each card, which is really nice. So, yeah, but I just love this deck. And I think there are 44 cards. So that's not, 44 cards. So that's a respectable amount of Oracle. Would I like there to be more? Always. But I'm happy. 44 is not bad. And it, is a reasonably priced deck. I think it's really, really nice mass market deck. And last one. Because my daughter got me Skyrim, the other game that we spent way too many hours playing is Fallout. So I just felt like, well, if I have Skyrim, I kind of have to get Fallout. So I did. And this is another Inside Editions deck. But, This is another one that first of all, the game Fallout is fabulous. Super, super love it. I love that they were able to capture the aesthetic, I think, really nicely. Even in the card stock, like the cards are a little bit softer, a little more malleable, but they still shuffle very nicely. But it just kind of, it feels worn in, you know what I mean? And, you know, if you're not familiar with Fallout, it is like this kind of apocalyptic world. So, you know, definitely that worn in, kind of worn out almost aesthetic is, you know, fits. So I think that's what I like most about this deck is just that sort of overall aesthetic, you know, that the cards are like all worn and soft and just, you know, I don't know, they feel nice. They feel really nice. Now, because it is, and I love the little dude, because it is inside editions, some of these are more recognizable than others, some of the characters. But, of course, we do have pips again. I feel like the pips in this one are a little better. You know, I mean, it's pip deck. I'm okay with that. I don't mind a pip deck. I feel like compared to some of their earlier decks, they've gotten better. Or maybe I'm just getting more accepting of it. I don't know. But I feel like they've gotten better, honestly. Or I just like them better. So, yeah, I don't mind it. I love this. So, but and it just goes so well with Skyrim. And can I tell you, for years, what my daughter and I used to do is for New Year's Eve, we would basically play Skyrim, Fallout, sometimes other games, and kind of flip between that and like the Dick Clark countdown. So they're just especially appropriate, I think, for this time of year. So that's it. So let me know what you think. If there's anything you want to see more of, definitely let me know. If you have any questions, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell so you get alerted when I post new videos. And I have a really exciting unboxing coming up. Actually, I have two more. So stay tuned. And until next time, be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful, because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best. And that is my wish for you.